Out here on the range today, playing around with this little Mossberg 802 Plinkster. I thought it'd be a good time to talk about something that with all the new firearm owners coming into the community might be worthwhile, and that's items that you should be taking with you when you go to a gun show. So let's go. What's up, crew? It's Chris with CloverTac, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here on the channel, we talk about all things firearm related, so if you're into that sort of thing, jump down, smash that subscribe button below while you're down there. If you want to stay up to date on all the new content, well, go ahead, click that notification bell as well. Now, one of the first things that you want to consider taking with you when you go to those gun shows is going to be some type of a light. And whether you choose just a normal flashlight or a bore light, that can be helpful, especially if you're looking at purchasing maybe older firearms, right? And you want to be able to shine that light down the action, down the barrel, make sure there's no rust, make sure the rifling is good, just being able to inspect that firearm as much as possible while you're there at the show. Another thing that you may want to take with you to that gun show as well is going to be some type of a magnifier or a magnifying glass. And this is particularly important if you're talking about maybe looking at some old military surplus rifles, things like that, because often those types of firearms have importation marks and they can be really hard to see, right? They're really small. And yeah, it just comes in handy if you have that magnifier there with you. You can identify those marks a little more readily there on the spot. Next item to take to a gun show, which is sort of a no-brainer, is cash, cash, and more cash. Cash is obviously king. We all know that. A lot of your vendors, I would say, at gun shows nowadays do have credit card processing, but you'll find personal collections, things like that there, and that's oftentimes where you can find really good deals, those gems, those hard to find firearms that they don't make anymore. And most of those folks, they don't have credit card processing or anything like that. They only deal in cash. And then again, it goes without saying, cash is king. So if you've got cash in your pocket, it can go a long ways to you finding a better deal at that local gun show. And the next one's going to be something that you very likely have in your pocket or on you right now, and that's going to be a smartphone. With today's technology, we can do all kinds of crazy cool things. Now imagine 20 years ago going to a gun show or something like that, finding things that you've never seen before, never heard of, and having really no way to look that up, research it, or figure out, you know, if that's a good deal, if it's a good buy. But with today's smartphones, you have a wealth of knowledge right there in your hand, in your pocket, and you can be able to go in and research those firearms and make sure that you're getting exactly what you want and you're paying a fair price as well. Before we get to the final recommendation that I have on things that you should probably take with you to a gun show, I'd like to hear your thoughts out there. So hit me up down in those comments below and let me know some of the things that you take to those local gun shows. And finally, probably the most important thing I think that you need to take with you when you go to those gun shows is going to be a good attitude, because there is a wealth of knowledge at these gun shows. There are some great people at these gun shows, and if you take the right attitude, you're going to have some great conversations. You're going to learn new things. You're really going to get educated about a lot of things that you've probably never heard before. You're going to meet new people. You're going to make new friends. So there you go, crew. Just a few things I think are important to take with you when you go to those gun shows. Again, this is the Little Mossberg 802 Plinkster. Look for more of that, including a full review to come on the channel here soon. As for this video, though, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And until next time, don't forget to chain fire freedom.